Welcome back. It's Gaming Godfather here to review Marvel Avengers the game. So we started off with some nice character animations here, starting with Captain America, who first appeared in the comics in 1941. I was born in 1965 to give you perspective. The Hulk first appeared in 62, so 3 years before I was born. And this is just the handful of characters they start off with. Thor Odinson first appeared in 1962 as well as something that could go up against the Hulk. Iron Man first appeared in 1963. See a pattern here? Right before I was born, a lot of them. So they had time to hone, and then by the time I was ready to read, and there's Black Widow, who first appeared in 1964, which was right after Iron Man. She started out kind of as an antagonist to Tony Stark. And Miss Marvel first appeared in 1968 as Carol Danvers. Kamala Khan, she appeared starting in, I believe it was 2013. I'll have to confirm that. So here we are. After 23 movies, finally a full-on Avengers game, played from a third-person perspective. And as usual, in mashups like this, you will have the opportunity to control each of the characters that you have open. We're starting off here with, we're already into the beginning of the story. We are on the Chimera, which is a brand new helicarrier that Tony Stark had built in celebration of A-Day, which was opening a new Avengers facility in San Francisco. A terrorist attack blew up almost all the city, destroyed the Chimera and the Terrigen crystal that was powering it. That released the Terrigen mist, and this is why Kamala Khan is now on the Chimera and trying to get off of it, because she's found out she's got some pretty wondrous powers herself. So regular Mrs. Incredible. Our resident Stretch Armstrong. So here's where she gets to experience the interior of the hangar on the ship and notices her way out. So prior to this, the Hulk was involved. She believes at this point that he is probably Banner at this point and no longer a help. As she works her way through, here's some of the collectibles. Most of the collectibles that I've seen on this game to this point are marked out. They give you a point of reference to where they're at, little dot. You'll see as it comes up. So things hidden behind walls where you just have to blow a wall up or something like that, it clearly marks that, hey, there's something back here, check it out. I don't know if that's based on the difficulty level I have this set to, which is on normal, which is my usual go-to for games. So I won't get too much into the story. Don't like spoilers, don't like to give them. See a lot of areas where I cut the film and splice together to alleviate you from watching all the nonsense, me hunting around for, you know, these said collectibles and everything else, which you would think if it's obvious, I wouldn't look so hard. So there's a crate up against the wall to the right. She's going to come over, examine that this switch doesn't have the handle. And, whoa, really? Could it possibly be? So we walk over, open the crate. I'm going to do a quick costume change while I'm in there. I cut all that stuff out. You'll just see the switch here right now. Several costumes that you can collect in the game. I'm sure there's several that you could purchase as well using the microtransactions. All right, the switch worked. She's opened up all of the shutters. She'll hit the switch, start hopping her way to the deck. So nothing dramatic battle-wise here. That's coming. We'll get to get a little taste of Kamala Khan and the Hulk. So that's basically a little double jump routine.
There's my way out.
So, oh, happy day.
Sign of the resistance anyway. Hulk must have scared him away.
Cutscenes are gorgeous.
Better find a way off this thing.
Got one that's going to be coming up. That
What am I supposed to do with this footage now?
was 6.5 minutes. Cut down to 30 seconds. Because at this point, my videos aren't going to show the cutscenes. That to me is about the ultimate spoiler. I may later on put something together with just cutscenes if that's your thing and you want to just check out the story, which I'm sure there's a lot of people that do. I've had games that I've purchased in the past where I get them, play them on easy to keep the flow going, just because I want to keep the story moving. Because I've played games before, and games such as this, that I came back to. I probably got frustrated, died a lot on a level, couldn't figure out how to get past it. You're beating up 50 enemies, you think you're done, something drops in, hits you once, and you're starting that level all over again. So you get into frustrations like that. Sometimes you tend to walk away from these things, and you come back, and they can be very difficult to pick back up on. What's been really nice is cutting these videos, and as many times as I have to watch them, it teaches me how to play the game and kind of how to play it correctly, because I'm reading. Like, you read the stuff that pops up on the screen instead of focusing on the task at hand, which is getting rid of all of these AIM robots. Yeah, so what's going on here is Kamala's in possession of something that AIM wants back. This is showing you how to block. I'm going to practice that a bit. For her, it's a quick slide. And that's it. You get the hold down the Y button. And if you can get that punch in, it will knock the shield down, and you can move on to kicking their butts. Sorry, toning it down, rated teen for teen here. So as you can see, the beginning is fairly easy. That grenade dazed me, as you see. It will temporarily obscure your visibility, but it's not anything at this point that I've seen where it affects your gameplay. The controls, as you see, it's fairly intuitive. A camera I'm having trouble with. There is a lock on. You can lock on the enemy, which probably helped me with the camera, that I'm just not getting used to. It's clicking the right stick. And here we go. Get to see her superhero move. So you have a right bumper move, a left bumper move, and then you have the combination of both, which hers makes her twice as tall. And I don't know if it's twice as powerful, but she's definitely more powerful than she is in her regular size. Yeah, the shocks from her landing alone. Okay, so this is under a time limit. And now she's back to normal. At this point, though, I got a pretty damn good rhythm going, so just keep going with that flow. All right, now he's a biggin', but look who's coming to help. This game has an awesome Hulk. A very troubled Hulk. The depiction in this, spoiler alert, is a very troubled Banner. Is changing to the Hulk, is starting to affect him as a regular sized guy, as they put it. So here we're going to find out that it appears that if she uses her powers too much, kind of like the Ant-Man growing tall syndrome, she'll get dizzy. So Hulk jumps in. Here we go. We're going to be coming up on that cutscene. I show you the first few seconds of it. This is where she actually meets Bruce Banner and not the Hulk. These cutscenes and the game itself are beautifully voice acted. So throw up there, Joe Simon and Jack Kirby started things off. Stan Lee came in about 3 issues into Captain America. Larry Liebler's his brother. Ron Rico, Don Heck. Without them, we don't have any of this. Don't have the movies, don't have the games. And this is a 6-minute, 30-second clip, speeded up 1,221 plus % to get it down to 30 seconds. So here we go. We're back in the action. You're back to controlling the player. And at this point, it's a fun little banter as they go to find the archives. They're trying to find Jarvis so they can find Tony Stark, because they've got some serious issues they need to deal with.
So why did you go back to the
So in the game, Kamala Khan is voiced by Sandra Saad. And as you see, she's teamed up with Bruce Banner, who is voiced by Troy Baker. But the Hulk is voiced by Darren DePaul. You can get all these details on Wikipedia. Get the plot details, synopsis, the whole 9 yards, as you can with any of the games that I review. So the character acting, the script, to the point where I'm at in the game, everything about it so far has been fantastic. So it's finding Jarvis at this point, but you're also in the process of infiltrating AIM. There's the usual, the band's been broken up. We got to get the band back together. While we're at it, there's some fetch quests to get some parts so we can put some stuff back together so we can make this and that happen. So it will definitely keep you busy. It will keep you entertained. For those of you that are a bit younger than me, I'm sure the controls, you get them down. I've played games like this in the past. I know with a little more effort, which I've proved out. I'll have a whole-on Hulk video coming fairly soon. Yeah, the compressed videos on YouTube probably aren't doing this full-on justice. It's funny when Bruce is not the Hulk. You know, he's going to open something like a lid, and it's a problem. Yeah, Hulk doesn't want you around when he's getting enraged. For those of you that aren't familiar, the Hulk, as he gets angrier and angrier, gets stronger and stronger, which is why he is the strongest human on Earth. There's nothing to compare. He'll get a challenge in this game that'll be coming up in the Hulk level that I show later on, but for the most part, you just keep pissing him off and you're just going to be in for worse and worse destruction. And here I'm just slapping him around. Playing around with the controls, going, okay, how do I get him to work? I still, at this point, don't even understand the fact that the X button's a light hit, the Y button's a heavy hit, and if you hold them down, you're going to get heavier hits, and I think it's A jump, B dodge, and then he's got all of his supers that I, for some reason, am not using. So this is pretty much me pressing start and playing. Look at that. He grabs a guy. I can beat the snot out of everybody else with him instead of hopping. So the aim bots will lob several different types of grenades. The green that you're collecting, that is... Oh, geez. Sorry. Not on top of that one. It's a currency for something. So you collect that, you collect health. The typicals that you're going to do in a game such as this. So here we go. Let's learn a new one. Let's start ripping the ground up, the earth up, and just throwing it at people. It's phenomenal. And it's pretty damn accurate. I'm to the point where I'm at in the game where I can lift 2 hands worth. So it's a giant piece. So here's one of the other grenades they'll lob at you, which will trap you. AIM does have weaponry that tries its best to make the superheroes vulnerable. Of course, the Hulk is probably the most difficult. You hold the right trigger, which I'm not doing enough of. That will... There we go. That activates his rage. So he's a little stronger. And we're in a cutscene. So we'll show some of his other skills here really quick, which is pretty intuitive. As you'll see, I handle this fairly smooth. But this is his ability to wall hop. Smooth as silk. Take a little peek, see if there's anything around. Here's a marker, like I was saying. You've got that slightly cocked square, I'll call it, instead of a diamond and a icon in the middle of it that designates there's something there. Go get it. Your waypoint will tend to show some specifics too.
We good?
That would be scary.
We're cool.
To think Lou Ferrigno played him back in the day, and in the size they depict him at now compared to Lou. Whew, that's amazing. So always drift off the beaten path. You'll find general things laying around. Get these notes that'll pop up. I got higher power gear available. There's very detailed menus for gear and upgrades. Each unique to each individual character. So you will collect a lot. You will use a lot. All right, so we're going to end this right here. I would definitely rate this one boss on the Mafia scale. A definite must-buy, must-play. And by this point in time, it should be on sale. So enjoy. That was my review of Marvel Avengers, the game. Hey, share it if you care to. Like it if you like. And please subscribe if you've got that much interest. I'm going to keep them coming, keep them flowing. We'll get on social. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Peace.